No one has ever changed the world by working 40 hours a week. These are the words of multi-billionaire entrepreneur Elon Musk, who runs two of the most innovative companies of our time, Tesla and SpaceX. In today's video, we give you an insight into a day in the life of Elon Musk. But before we start, let me remind you to subscribe to the channel and activate the bell so you don't miss any more similar videos. Morning routine. There seems to be a big gap between some of the most successful icons in this world when it comes to the amount of sleep needed to stay on top. Jeff Bezos likes to wake up naturally without an alarm clock, while Donald Trump swears by sleeping only 3 to 4 hours a night. Musk is somewhere in between these extremes and says that 6 hours is his strong point. After a long and tiring day at work, he says he often only gets to bed after midnight, so he usually sets his alarm clock for 7 a.m. As soon as we wake up, we would usually do some stretching and maybe have a cup of coffee and sit down with the morning paper. However, Musk prefers to devote himself immediately to what he calls essential emails for a good half hour. He has not yet explained exactly what these essential emails are and why he has to deal with them so early in the day. We can only guess that most of them are for confirming daily meetings and kicking off project milestones, or for special meetings. After the emails, it's off to the shower. Musk likes to kick off his morning routine by taking his much-anticipated daily shower, a relaxing hot shower. After this, Elon usually skips breakfast in favor of further checking his emails. Ready for the school run. School run. You might find it strange that a man worth $36.7 billion is personally involved in school. But it's not so strange when you learn that in 2014 Musk pulled all 5 of his children out of public school on the SpaceX campus and co-founded an entirely new school to attend. He didn't believe the current US school system was adequate or effective, so he decided to design one for himself. He named it Ad Astra, after the Latin phrase meaning to the stars. The school has only 30 students, mostly children of SpaceX employees, and is reserved only for the most gifted among the 100 students who enroll each year. Only 10 to 12 manage to be selected. Those who meet the requirements follow a very different curriculum from what is considered normal. Ethics, science, engineering, and mathematics are the main subjects. Handwriting is replaced by keyboards, and there is a strong focus on artificial intelligence. Educational visions aside. After taking the children to school, it's time for Elon to get to work. Musk reported that he worked up to more than 100 hours a week and sometimes had to rest in the factory. For obvious reasons, this schedule took a toll on his mental state and general health. He has since decided to stick to a maximum of 80 to 90 hours per week. This is still double the usual 40 hours a week that most people do. However, Musk is not exactly like most people. In order to organize himself as best as possible, Musk fragments his time into 5-minute intervals. Musk is convinced of this practice and claims that many people would be surprised at how much they could achieve in such a small amount of time if they devoted 100% of their attention to the task at hand. Musk divides his working weeks between his two main companies, spending Monday and Friday at SpaceX and Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday at Tesla. After work, it's on to lunch. After skipping breakfast, one would think that Musk would be rather hungry when it comes time for lunch. However, even then he devotes the usual 5 minutes to lunch, devouring whatever he can get his hands on as quickly as possible. Most of his lunches are brought to him during meetings, be it an omelette salad or a few slices of pizza. It seems that for Musk, food is merely a means of nutrition and more of an inconvenience. Meetings. Speaking of meetings, however, regular stop-ins with his various teams occupy a huge part of Elon Musk's day, so much so that he has devised a set of rules for meetings that he follows religiously. Rule number 1 is that there are no big meetings. Musk firmly believes that only essential people should attend meetings and argues that most meetings should comprise a maximum of 4 to 6 people. Rule number 2 is that if you don't add value to a meeting, you have to leave. This might sound a bit extreme or rude, but Musk sees it as the opposite. In fact, he expects his team to do so. For him, it is not rude to leave a meeting, but it is rude to force someone to stay and waste their time. Rule number 3 is no frequent meetings. This sounds hypocritical for a man who has so many meetings, but if he didn't, he wouldn't even have time to breathe. Musk values his time, so he does not want to waste a single second of it on idle chatter. Meetings should be reserved for high-priority matters. More work. Although it may seem that Musk is a bit of a frontman for his companies, this is far from the truth. Despite being an important part of the branding of Tesla and SpaceX, Elon Musk is a man of ideas and applications, whose talent lies in bringing imaginative projects to life. Musk spends most of his time physically working on his ideas. Elon Musk has a very dominant work ethic. If we don't improve the project, then we shouldn't do it. And that is precisely why he spends very little on advertising and instead prefers to put money and effort into other areas, such as product development and refinement. After work, one might think that, after such a hectic day, closing the day is a fantastic opportunity to relax. But that is much easier said than done. After work, Musk prefers to spend his time doing a few things, such as working out at the gym, going out to dinner and reading a good book. One of Musk's relaxing times is Saturdays, which are dedicated to things he enjoys, such as spending quality time with his boys. Sundays, on the other hand, are much more relaxed and are reserved for reflecting on the week and a complete mental refreshment, which I'm sure is needed after 90 hours of work dragged in 100 different directions. At bedtime, when it's finally time to set the clock, around 1 o'clock, there are 6 hours of sleep to be back at work the next day. Musk's energy tank seems to have no bottom, especially when you consider that he has been following this routine for years. This kind of lifestyle may not suit everyone, but one thing is certain, it has certainly paid off. In fact, he is one of the most successful entrepreneurs, and his rich career is certainly not the result of pure luck. 3 bonus curiosity. Apparently, Musk introduced the Falcon wing doors on the Tesla Model S due to the fact that, when he owned the Audi Q7, he was shocked by the uncomfortableness of the doors. Musk pointed out that he wanted to make a car where the door could open in tight spaces and allow access to the third row without lowering the second row seats. The Audi Q7 is hideous. Even at best, you have to be a midget climber to get into the back seat, he said. Musk is the Tony Stark of real life. While Stan Lee based the character of Tony Stark on Howard Hughes, Robert Downey Jr., the actor who played Tony Stark in the Marvel films, famously based his portrayal of Iron Man on Elon Musk. He also made a cameo appearance in Iron Man 2. Musk wrote history with SpaceX. On May 30th, SpaceX launched the Crew Dragon, marking the first time ever that astronauts traveled into orbit in a spacecraft built and operated by a private company. Here we are at the end of this video, this time finding out what a successful billionaire like Elon Musk does with his day. I hope you enjoyed the video. Again, I remind you to subscribe and leave like. And we'll see you again in the next video.